Hello and welcome to Ordinary Intellect, episode number 3. We are your hosts, as always, Christian Johnston and Eric Atkinson. Now, I am going to be starting this week off with part 2 of the spiders ruining my life saga. Alright? So, if you guys didn't hear, last week, well, there's been spiders in my room for 4 years. I live in a fucking garage. Of course they're in here, right? So, I didn't mess with them. They never messed with me. I never saw them. I kept their webs up. I didn't want to fuck with their homes or anything like that, right? I never killed any of them because I didn't see them. And they didn't mess with me. So, that one night, a couple weeks ago, like 6 of them showed up in one day. In like a couple hours. They were spider terrorists. They were kamikazeing my room. So I had to get rid of them. So I killed them. I started spraying Raid everywhere, took down all their webs, all their homes, and I thought that was going to be the end of it, all right? But no, because since then, I don't know if this is just, it feels too weird to be just a coincidence. Literally, since the day after that, every single morning, I go out to my car to go to school, and there is the biggest web from my driver side mirror to my driver's side window, and I take it down every morning, and the next day I'll come out and it'll be back every single day.
Yeah, you pissed them off.
I think they're trying to, they're fucking with me, man. I don't like it at all. I'm deathly afraid of spiders. I hate this. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
See, you fucked up by killing them.
Dude.
Now they're angry. You took their homes.
They had to go. They couldn't just keep messing with me like that, man. We had a deal. They ruined
how's
it.
that working out?
I mean, I don't know. I actually caught the bitch in the act last night.
Were you just sitting there outside with a flashlight looking at your car and just checking every 10 seconds?
No, my girlfriend and I went to go out to do a raid or something. And when we got back, we took her car. And when we got back, she was making, it was there making the web.
Okay, 2 things. One, what was the raid and did you get it?
It was yeah, we got it. It was what the hell was it? One sec, I'll check. It wasn't anything good at all.
Okay, so the other thing, well, there'll be 3 now, but the second thing was, I left work this morning. There's a raid at 7 a.m. and it was a 5-star. I was so pissed. It's you really couldn't have given me a 1-star that I could just wait around, but no, it's fine.
True.
And 2, I guess, my dad in our first house, a long time ago, would hunt ants.
Nice.
But he would sit in the kitchen with a flashlight and looking at the stove with something there, and he would just check.
So your dad was Aunt Rambo.
Apparently.
He was Aunt Rambo.
It was so weird. Yeah.
Oh, your dad's a freak.
My sister found him doing it.
He's so weird. Yeah. Well, hopefully there's no Spider Saga Part 3. I hope this isn't a trilogy, but...
No, they're just attacking me now.
Bro, they're terrifying. I don't like it. It's awful.
Part 3 already happened. They're attacking your friends and family. I was in the pool the other day, and there's this floaty thing that my mom found. I don't know where she grabbed it. I think we should say in the garage, but anyways. It's been in our pool for 2 weeks now. So I laid on it, because it's like a bed.
Yeah.
And then I was just floating around, and I just happened to look over, and on my right shoulder was a fucking spider.
What?
It was just on me. Yeah. It was so weird.
Dude, you want to know the scariest day of my life? When I was working at Labatt's, right?
I remember.
Yeah, I was in... Well, actually, there's 2 separate days that were both awful. So I was working at Labatt's, the brewery, and I was in brewing because I didn't I got all my stuff done for the shift. So I was in brewing, right? And I was like, hey, do you guys need me to do anything? And they were like, yeah, if you could just wipe down the stair. Like, there was a staircase I needed to sweep and everything. It was a little dirty. And then they're like, after, can you go into the, oh, man, what do they call
Cellar?
it? No. That's the second story. They were like, can you go into the rice mill? And it's
Yeah, I
like a
remember
big,
that.
it's like a big tower, right? So there's like, it's like
Yeah.
8 floors. And they're like, there's kind of the spiders really like it in there because it's so warm. They were like, here, take a broom and just knock it all down. I was like, and obviously they didn't know I'm literally deathly afraid of spiders. So I was like, oh, okay. Because it was like my first couple weeks there. Like, I didn't want to mess anything up. So I clean the stairs, whatever. I go into this fucking rice mill, dude. And they are everywhere. Like, hundreds of them. And there's 8 floors I have to clean up. Oh my, like, dude, it was literally the scariest day of my entire life.
It was a boss fight tower, apparently.
I was literally just sweating, just sweating because I was so scared. Like, it was awful. And I had to just literally, it took me like 2 hours to knock them all down. And the other day that I was talking about this is like a couple months later. So I'm cleaning out a couple cellars, right? And then my boss was like, hey, I need to go into like 5 cellar or whatever it was, like one of the cellars where they the aging tanks are, where they like age the beer. And he was like, can you, like, there's it's a little dirty, can you just like wash the floor, wash the walls, clean the tanks off, like regular shit, right? Like, I've been asked, I got asked to do that like literally every day, like twice a shift, right? So it was like nothing too crazy. And I was like, yeah, for sure. So I go in there and I'm cleaning everything. Everything's fine. Power washing the floors and everything. And I, like, for some reason, kind of look down. And there's literally just a spider crawling around my shoulder. Like, again, deathly afraid. So I just beat the hell out of that thing. My heart's going about 250 beats a minute, going crazy. But it was like, okay, whatever. Like, that was awful. Literally not even 5 minutes later, I feel something crawl into my glove.
Yeah.
So I jumped, screamed like a little girl, stomped on the glove, went and literally threw those gloves out, got a new pair. And then, like, literally that kept happening for, like, an hour and a half. Like, every, like, 20 minutes, like, another one would, like, fall from the ceiling, like, onto my head. Or, like, oh, just awful, dude. Awful.
You just attract them.
I don't know why, because I'm deathly afraid of them, but
That's why they know.
they can piss off is what they can do.
They can smell the fear.
Well, they're going to smell my foot right through their entire body once I smush them.
Can spiders smell?
Do spiders have noses? Whoa,
Hey, Google. Hey, Google.
No, don't hey Google that shit. Spiders, in fact, they smell through special sensory organs on their legs.
Yeah, they're reading the same thing.
Oh
That's
my
weird.
god.
Called pedipalps?
Ew.
Spiders are gross.
I don't like that at all. Spiders are gross, man. They're just creepy. Oh god, I accidentally went down to images. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god, did you hear about the girl that is selling her bathwater?
Yeah, she gave people HIV.
Yeah, that was fake, but
Yeah, Bella
Yeah.
Delphine.
Delphine. She's gamer girl bathwater.
Yeah.
And she literally
she's-
sold out like multiple times.
Yeah.
Like-
Have you seen the video she did with the egg?
No, dude, I don't. Well, first of all, I don't go on Instagram. Second of all, I don't follow her for sure.
So Dawson found this the one day. And it was literally she's just sitting in front of a mirror and she just throws an egg at it.
Yeah, dude, if you look at her Instagram, it's like just so weird.
Which is weird because there's pictures of her without like pink hair and being all weird, and she looks normal.
Well, she's super young, eh? She's like 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, ugh, it's so weird, man.
Whoa. Yo, look at this picture actually.
Yeah, like obviously you guys can't see, but it's like two pictures and it says fake on one of them and real on the other. And in the fake one, she has like elf ears and like
I'll insert it.
she like put freckles on her face. And then in the real one, she just looks like a regular teenager who took a selfie.
It looks like someone we would go to school with. Like,
Well, I mean, she kind of is. Like she's 19. She's like literally younger than me, or both of us, I guess. Did you see the tweet that Monica Lewinsky said?
no.
So obviously you know who Monica Lewinsky is. The girl who had sexual relations with
Yep.
Mr. Clinton.
Couldn't. Yep.
So there was a tweet, and it was like, what was the worst career advice you ever received?
Whoa, she's actually is our age. She was born 99.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, but anyways, this guy tweeted, "What's the worst career advice you've ever received?" And Monica Lewinsky replied to it, "An internship at the White House will be amazing on your resume."
That's fantastic.
Yeah. It was, oh man, that's so good.
That is funny.
Oh, fuck. Hey man, at least you can make, well, I guess it's been, what, like 20 years or something? Wasn't it in like,
Yeah.
it was before we were born, so it was like 25 years ago.
It was. Yeah.
It was like
it's been a
1990,
while.
it was like the mid-90s. Have you seen the Area 51 memes on Twitter?
Of course I have.
Okay, do you know
I
what,
s-
what they're from? Like, why?
No, but I saw the one that was just a picture of Keanu Reeves, and it said, "Aliens about to get their cheeks clapped." I'm like, that's kind of funny.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure the Area 51 memes, like, because Joe Rogan did a podcast a couple weeks ago with, his name's Bob Lazar. And this
I don't
guy,
know that name.
this guy, he worked like a couple miles away from Area 51. It was called Area S4.
Nice.
And he allegedly worked on reverse engineering alien spacecrafts.
Oh, of course he did.
No, dude, you need to listen to it. Like, if you like, there's a Netflix special called Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers. The facts he has, and like he came out with this in like the late 80s, but like nobody really believed him back then. The facts and like that he has that he did work there is like unbelievable.
What I think is funny is that I'm on globalnews.ca, so it's not like it's like The Onion. And 1, 2, 3, 4 down is U.S. Air Force stands ready to defend Area 51 from 1 million Facebook users.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
And I'm disappointed in our generations.
Dude, you have to listen to the podcast though with him and Joe Rogan. You literally just have to. It's so good. It's literally like an hour and a half long. You could literally listen to it tonight at work.
No, I can't. I gotta put up with Lisa. Carter.
Anyways, it's so crazy. Like, it's unbelievable.
So, did you see this thing about an Edmonton couple?
No.
So, they're facing intense online backlash after they post a picture of them kissing over top of a lion they killed.
Well, yeah, duh. Everybody hates that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
like,
it's sad because the lion's super cute.
again, like, my dad's a big hunter. I got a lot of, like, all my dad's friends are, like, it's just, I don't love the fact that these people, like, pay all this money to go and hunt them, like, exotic animals, like lions and rhinos and all that
South
shit.
Africa. Like,
Yeah, like, I don't like how they're like, oh, you pay $500,000 and you can come and kill this animal. But, like, real hunting, I understand. That, like, trophy hunting, I don't.
yeah, absolutely. I don't care, go shoot a deer all you want, but don't, like, hunt a rhino to extinction because you just want to go kill it.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's, yeah, that's a little weird for me. But,
I saw that in the newspaper this morning.
really?
Yeah, because some dude
Anyways.
left it out on the table.
Anyways, I want to go back to the podcast. At the end of it, they were, like, Rogan and this Lazar guy were talking about, like just, like, aliens and shit, right? and like the ungodly small possibility that we actually are the only life form. Bro, just don't hit me with that shit. I don't want to hear it. You're just wrong if you think we're the only on this spinning fucking rock in the middle of this.
No. I
that
was
we're alone.
saying it's not very small. There's a high possibility. Like the universe is endless. There's a high probability that we're not alone.
No, I said the ungodly small possibility that we are alone. So like, there's no chance we're actually alone, is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's no fucking way we're alone.
No, not at all.
Like the universe, it's literally endless. Like, it's infinite.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, there's that website. I'll explain the website after, actually.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to let you know, or I just wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the possibility of us not being the only one in the universe? And after you answer that, I have a follow-up question.
Oh, I've believed in that shit since I was a child. Are you kidding me?
But does it like? I mean,
doesn't freak me out at all.
So like what freaks me out is I start I start having existential crises. And the reason I do is because they were talking about, so these aliens, or whatever you want to call them, extraterrestrials. So what, when you hear alien, what do you think of? Like when about like looking like about their appearance? What do you instantly think of?
Of looking like?
Yeah, like an appearance.
Well, the only like way we know is from other people's ideas of it, so it'd be
big head.
Yeah.
And like a
eyes.
wire frame, like
yeah,
like just like no
like
muscle.
Paul from Paul.
No muscle, no nothing, right?
Yeah.
So
or
if you
E.T.
if you look at our evolution chain, and this is them talking about this, not like this is the Lazar guy and Rogan talking about this, right? If you look at our evolution, where are we going towards? Our heads are getting bigger, and our bodies and muscles are getting thinner.
That's not fully true.
There's no like in in the 18 or 1600s, you needed you had to move shit around yourself. You had to be physically strong. Like now, you just everything does everything.
No, not that. Not that. Our heads, they're actually getting smaller. They're getting taller technically, but if you look
what
at
do you think an alien has that long ass skinny head?
Yeah,
I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying what these guys said, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I fully believe this, but anyways. So say the thing that so what are we as a species thriving to do at all times?
Wow, dude, it's like 4 a.m. for me. Don't pull this shit. I don't know.
Advance technologically. Every year there's a new iPhone. We have cars that are starting to drive themselves now, Teslas, where they can.
Super excited about that. Nissan's, Google.
Exactly. There's cars that drive ourselves. So all we're thriving to advance technologically, right? So what these guys were saying is, well, mostly Rogan. What he I don't know if he fully believes it or if it's just a thing that he has in his head that it's oh, this could be true. What if these aliens that have these spacecrafts, say if his story was true, what if they were we are turning into them, there's instead of having having human evolution and then whatever alien evolution, what if evolution is just a linear line that every species goes through to where you all end up at the same spot? I'm not saying that they were humans before and then they went into that.
But you're saying we're all gonna look the same?
But there's one clear path to evolution, and it's just advanced technologically. Like Rogan said, the apes just entered. There's researchers saying that the apes and gorillas just entered the Stone Age.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
That is weird.
There's videos online of them spearfishing, dude.
Well, that's evolution. That's what happens.
And that's what I mean. So
this is actually just proving further that evolution's actually
linear,
an actual
almost
thing,
and almost linear, to a certain extent. I don't mean exactly, but
there's probably is how it's gonna work. Life in the universe doesn't change because one's on Earth and one's on Planet X.
Yeah.
You're still gonna evolve. Just you'll evolve and look differently.
Yeah,
But you're still
yeah,
gonna
exactly.
Evolve the same thing.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm terrible at explaining stuff like this because I'm not smart, because I'm a big dumb idiot. But yeah, I just found it super, super, super fascinating what these guys were saying, and it's like, it literally all last night I was just sitting there and I was like, why am I? Like that's my
Yeah,
existential
that is.
crisis question. Like why? Like what is my purpose? Like I'm not gonna be here when we get when we do evolve into a higher thing. Like what do I care? Why should I care about anything in this stupid minuscule life?
Because that's not always true. Okay, I got a couple things I've had queued up for this. Hold on. I just typed Google into Google.
Love when I do that.
Graph of technological advancement. Have you ever Googled this?
Googled what?
The graph of technological advancement?
No, but I'm about to because it sounds super interesting.
So, you were in science or math class. You know what compound interests are?
Yep.
And it makes that graph where it just keeps going up.
What is it on? What is our world in data?
Just images. They're all the same,
okay.
basically.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at like 2000, it's kind of there, and then 2020, it's already into the sky. Like it just, technology's advanced so much in the last 10 years alone that there's a high chance that something will happen that we will actually be alive for.
I don't. Yeah, I in some points believe that, but I don't know. Just listening to them like talk about crazy shit, it was like ridiculous. It was crazy.
Do you know, in a nutshell, the YouTube channel?
No.
Kurzgesagt?
No.
Okay. They're a really good science channel, but all their videos are animated, but they do like months of like research before they make a video. So they're not just like, windmills cause cancer, like that guy.
Yeah.
They actually like do shit. So they have one, and it's called The End of Space. I think this is what I was thinking about. Oh, no, maybe it's Limits of Humanity. Either way, they talk about traveling to space and why we haven't seen other species and stuff. Like, there's probably just a great barrier that every, I guess, organism hasn't been able to go through. So they don't know, like, that's why they think we haven't, like, encountered aliens. But, I mean...
Oh, bro.
It also depends.
Oh, you have no idea. Okay, so what I'm assuming you're, like... tell me if I'm wrong. But I was listening to another one of Rogan's podcasts with somebody else, and they were talking about... I'm pretty sure this is what you're talking about. Like, there's... Oh, man, I forget what it's called.
I know, they just called it the barrier.
Nope, I found it. I got it. I know exactly what it is. It's called the Great Filter.
Yes, yeah, that.
Yes. So, what the Great Filter is, in a nutshell, the Great Filter, it's a theory. Yeah, okay. So it's the fact that there's, it's called a filter, but it's more like an event that every living species, so not just on Earth, anywhere in the universe,
Yeah.
has to go through, or has had to go through, to advance.
Yeah.
As a species. So, okay, so I'm just going to read this a little bit. Alien life is likely, but there is none that we can see. Therefore, it could be the case that somewhere along the trajectory of life's development, there is a massive and common challenge that ends alien life before it becomes intelligent enough and widespread enough for us to see. A great filter. So, pretty much it's just like there's a catastrophic event that can occur at any stage of life, but as soon as you hit it, you can't get, like, it just wipes everything out.
Yeah.
And there's also a theory that we might not have even gotten to it yet and past it, that we still might be
No, yeah.
coming up to it.
Well, if you think about, like, Now I gotta Google the fucking timeline of Earth. We've only been alive for, like, very small amount of time.
Yeah, we a baby.
Yeah, compared to everything else, like, even, like, the dinosaurs, they were alive. They hit their extinction period of the fucking meteor. I forgot the word, so I hit my hand. It's fine.
Yo, like, okay, so this is later in the thing that I was just reading. If we find another alien civilization, but not a cosmos teeming with a variety of alien civilizations, the implication is that the Great Filter still lies ahead of us. The galaxy should be full of life, but it's not. One other instance of life would suggest that the many other civilizations that should be there were wiped out by some catastrophe, and we and our alien counterparts have yet to face. Fortunately, we haven't found any life. Although it may be lonely, it means humanity's chances at long-term survival are a bit higher than otherwise.
When did that article get published?
The 10th of September, 2018.
2018? Okay. Well, shit, when was this discovered? Because I know, like, maybe I'm not remembering this right. When they found water on Mars, I swear I thought that it said there was organisms in it, but maybe I didn't remember that correctly.
I have no idea, to be absolutely honest with you.
Speaking of that, though, being alive to that, that's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I'm searching for a greater purpose that I just feel like will, like, it's like a desire that will never be, a thirst that can never be quenched. Because I'm not smart enough.
This is my thought of that, though. Purpose of life is dependent on the person. So, my purpose is going to be different than yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your girlfriend's to Bill Nye at this point. Like, it's just, you just got to figure out what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I believe I found mine, but we'll get to that in a second. The website I was talking about, it's called The Scale of the Universe. Have you ever looked at this?
No.
So basically,
Click to enable Adobe Flash Player. What the fuck are you bringing me to?
But if you click it, it'll bring up you dead center human size.
By Carrie Huang?
Yeah. So you're dead center, like human, this is your size. If you grab that little white thing and drag it all the way to the left.
Why is it playing music?
I don't know, you can mute it. Top corner.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. If you drag it all the way to the left, it shows you the smallest things in the universe. So string from string theory. And then you can slowly go up. And it shows you like...
Foam.
Yeah, it shows you the sizes of everything.
Glass like marble. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
I see.
Your quarks, your elements.
Why is a giant earthworm bigger than me?
Because you could probably stretch it out.
I don't love that.
Yeah. Like, it shows the width of human hair in here.
Yeah.
And then if you keep going the other way,
Virginia.
it's like
oh, sorry.
Apollo landing.
Why the
planes,
fuck is Minecraft
Eiffel Tower
on here?
Hoover Dam.
Why is a Minecraft world as big as Neptune?
Because the blocks are meter by meter.
Well, I thought Minecraft worlds on the PC were infinite, but anyways.
Yeah, but the block size is meter by meter, so it's just like that's showing the size of how big it would be.
Yeah. I see.
And then if you keep going,
yep,
you get past all the galaxies.
Oh yeah.
You hit the observable universe, so everything we've seen, and then it's fuzzed out for the estimated size of the universe.
Stingray Nebula, Ant Nebula, Cone Nebula. Oh my god. North American Nebula.
Yeah. It brings you to 10 to the power of 27.
Yep. I'm at 10 to the power of 20 now, going a little slowly, but god damn, this is ridiculous. Andromeda Galaxy. Tadpole Virgo. The distance Earth has traveled relative to the sun. Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, this is so hard to wrap your head around.
So just looking at, like, the outside of, like, what's conceivable and you're not visible is why I don't care that there's other life on Earth or in space, because it's so big that, like, it doesn't
I
matter.
want to know. I do care. It's weird.
I mean, I want to know too, but at the same time, it's not like it freaks me out. I've never been freaked out by space though. I don't know why.
It doesn't like freak me out. It just makes me like, oh, fucking.
Yeah, I've never had a crisis.
Makes me
about
feel
that.
weird. You know what I mean?
Well,
Anyways.
you believe in aliens, apparently. So do you? Believe
I
in ghosts?
absolutely do. No, Nicole asked me that last night. I
Really?
do not believe in ghosts at all.
Why?
I just don't like. I just don't. To me, that seems less plausible than aliens. By a long shot.
I don't know.
Yeah, like honestly, again, I have no idea.
Yeah,
do I
exactly.
think your soul just dies? No, but do I think it can fucking sit there and talk to you when it's dark and nobody's in the room and close doors? No, not at all. I don't know.
But you believe in heaven, do you not then? Or at least something like it?
No. See, I have no idea. That's the thing. Like, I have no idea.
You don't have like a thought about afterlife or anything?
No, because it gives me existential crisis. I
See-
don't like thinking about what happens after you die.
That freaks me out.
See, it doesn't
But-
freak me out because I'm not scared to die.
I get panic attacks every time. But
Yeah, I'm not scared to die, but like I just don't care to think about it because then I might get scared to die, and I just don't want to live my life like that.
I mean, it hasn't stopped me from doing anything, but it still
Yeah,
scares me.
No, I realize that, but I don't like the whole panic attack thing.
Yeah, they're not fun, dude.
Well, I have them all the time, just not about that.
Just do not recommend.
I have them still, just not about that.
Mine are always super weird.
Yeah, mine's usually when I'm just toasted, so.
Oh, I get those too. Don't even.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The other night, I thought I was melting. I was so high. I was laying in bed, and my legs were crossed over because I was laying on my side, and I felt like they were falling through each other.
Nice.
So then I rolled on my back, and then I felt like my head was melting.
I love
So I was
it.
like pushing my head back, like giving myself, you know, how you can force a double chin.
Yep.
I was doing that.
You're like, just
My
fight
eyes-
it off! No!
My eyes weren't open, and then my tongue would fill my mouth because I was just like stretching it,
That's
and
so
then I would
funny.
just push it out of my mouth. It was so weird. I took a picture and I deleted it. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. It was so weird.
That's so funny.
It was so weird.
Oh, God.
I've also been shaking when I do it. Like, I'll sit there, and then, like, my full body just rocks back and forth, and I know I'm doing it, but
Dude,
I can't
mine,
stop doing
I
it.
can't stop
It's
twitching.
weird.
I'm a big twitcher. Like, something on my body has to be moving.
See, I'm that way normally. Like, I'm always shaking my leg.
I'm not. Well, I'm sometimes like that. It depends. When I focus, I am. But when I'm just, like, chilling, I'm not.
It depends, because I'll do it at restaurants, too. And it's funny, because everyone gets mad at me. Like, if we're sitting in a booth, because I shake the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You know what I was thinking about the other day? And I wasn't even ripped. Like, this was just a regular thought. What if clothes were never invented?
Well, then we'd all be naked.
Yeah, but then, like, think about that.
It would
What
be-
the
it'd
hell
be
would that
normal.
be like? It wouldn't be normal. Well, okay, so
It
this
would
would
be.
be your normal. You have to think about this, all right? So clothes
Yeah.
are never invented, right? So you're living your everyday life, right? Going around, you wake up, brush your teeth, do your hair, have a shower, whatever, and then you walk
Why
out of
would
the
you do your
house.
hair and then shower?
What? Shut up. And then you walk out of the house naked. How about this? You go to work, you get a promotion, everything's all good. Life's going great. So what do you decide to do for you and your family? You're going to take them on a vacation, right? You guys are going to Florida. Going to Disney. So you take your two kids, your two little, like they're under 12, boy and a girl, and you go, so you're at the airport, everybody's still naked, right? Pilots have pilot hats on, nothing else. Anyways, we're going to skip that.
Whoa. They wouldn't have hats on. Hats.
That's
wouldn't
not
have been invented
that's not a
either.
piece of clothing.
But it's made out of fabric, which would.
You
have
know
been
what?
made
In
from
my
clothing.
made-up world where they have hats, okay? Let me have this.
Do they have ties too?
Anyways, yes, I was just about to say that, and they're wearing ties. Anyways, so you go on the plane, right? You sit down. Everybody's in a seat. But guess what? Your little daughter has to sit across the aisle from you. Not a big deal. You got an aisle seat. She's got an aisle seat. Everything's all good, right? Perfect. Guess who she's sitting beside?
You.
Long Dong Silver over here, who's just his hog is just right beside your 12-year-old fucking daughter. It's just sitting there. This guy looks like he has a tie tied around his waist and not his neck. And he's sitting beside your 12-year-old daughter, and that's just no problem with that. It's just whatever, man.
Well,
Like,
that would just
what?
be life. Like
It's just so weird to think about. Like something as simple as just clothes.
But that's only weird because it's normal to wear clothes.
Well, yeah, but
And
like it's
weird
the
to be
same. Well,
noticed. Like,
I
that's-
realize that, but it's like the same thing as like, what if A was B and what if B was C? Like, what if they
Yeah.
had like changed the alphabet? Like, it's hard to think about, but it's like it could have been completely possible, and it's only weird because it's not that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that, but it's just like thinking about it in the world where we do wear clothes. It's just so weird, so weird.
Well, it was like this thing I was talking about the other day. So I got, again, I was really high, mind you. And I was brushing my teeth, I think. I was doing something in the shower. I was doing whatever. But
I hate showering when I'm high. Anyways,
I don't. It's so nice. I love it. But anyways, I had a thought.
I'll stay in there for like 6 hours.
Yeah, me too. And it was, why do they call it a blowjob if you're sucking? So I brought this up at work. And then now, like, Jocelyn will look at and make a joke about a suck job because it's funny. But then I was like, but what if it was called that originally? It wouldn't be weird because you'd get used to calling it that, and if someone called it something else, it'd be weird.
I don't know. I don't like that though.
There's also this other one that I gotta find because this one's confusing and I hate it. Okay, so here, this is like just a thing that someone thought of, but like honestly it makes sense, but I'm sure there's proof that like shows this isn't true. But anyways, do you know like the color thing?
What?
Okay, so there's I guess it's a theory, and it's we're both holding a strawberry, and we'll both say the strawberry is red, because that's the color we were taught. But what if my red is the color blue, and your red is the color green, but we learned that it was called red, so we call it red.
Yeah, I've heard about that before.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So that one's, I don't like that, because...
That one doesn't bother me as much, really, because there's people that are colorblind, and it's literally that.
Yeah, it's just weird out, though, that
Like-
you can't, like...
Like, purple
Prove
could be
it.
gray to them, but they just call it purple, and then they just don't know what purple is until, like, they wear those stupid glasses that I'm pretty sure are fake and don't work or whatever.
Exactly, but that's different though. They don't have like that color. Like they don't know colors.
But it's the same thing. Like they're like if you look at
Yeah, I know,
colorblind
but-
things, like deep blue looks like light blue or whatever the fuck. Like it's just like nothing looks the same.
Yeah, but I don't know. That weirds me out because there's no way to like prove it except for the fact that eyes have rods and cones that show color. But like,
God, why is
I don't know.
this episode's getting really deep for no like we've just been getting super deep for no fucking reason.
I like it though. We've talked for 40 minutes and it hasn't even felt like it yet.
It's weird.
Well, now we're going into this deep rabbit hole.
Oh, I got a really good question actually.
All right.
I don't know why. I was looking up existential crises questions because I just like to freak myself out. But there's actually like a really good question here. Which apocalyptic dystopia do you think is most likely? Mad Max, Hunger Games, Black Mirror, like or something or other, or we'll say like Walking Dead. Like what do you think?
Um. Well, what was the point of Hunger Games? Was it population control?
I believe so. I don't know. I haven't read
Um.
that in so long.
I don't know.
I never
I
saw.
haven't watched Black Mirror.
I haven't saw the movies, so Black Mirror is like kind of like Twilight Zone on steroids. So like I don't know
Okay,
why
so
that's up. I don't know why that's up there
wouldn't be
'cause
a
that's
thing
just
because
yeah exactly. That's
yeah.
just like crazy stories. I don't know. I don't know why that's there, but just like it doesn't have to be one of those on the list. Just like what apocalyptic dystopia do you think is most likely?
Oh, they did it to show that the Capitol has power, and their lack of remorse.
I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Oh right, because there was war or something.
Oh.
And they took over.
Yeah, I remember something
Yeah.
like this. I don't know. I don't like. I read like the first one and not the other two. I don't know.
I've watched the movies, and I haven't even watched the last one.
I've
So.
never seen the movies.
I mean, what was Mad Max then?
No water.
They just had no water?
The like overworld ruler has water and nobody else does.
Oh, so it's for resources.
Yeah, like yeah.
Probably that one then.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be water necessarily.
No,
but
it'll be like gas or oil or something, coal.
well,
something
unless we
stupid.
come up with some renewable energy
Yeah,
source.
we have them. They just won't do it.
Well, that's the other thing that the fucking Bob Lazar guy was talking about on Rogan. He was part of the the part that he was taking apart on the spacecraft or like trying to was the power source. And he said it was like half a basketball on a metal plate, and if you put the fuel inside of it, it was an anti-gravity power source, so you couldn't touch it. It was like a force field around it.
That's dope.
So it like emitted anti-gravity. So like it was literally like, you know how like they say in sci-fi like, oh, it's got a force field or whatever. It's literally force field technology kind of sort of thing. But it like pushed the ground away from the spacecraft.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
It hovered.
Literally, yeah. But from all sides, and it had like gravity amplifiers and shit. Like, oh my god, this guy like, it was freaking insane. Anyways, I got another one by the. This website is ridiculous for like weird questions that I don't want to think about. Do people have a right to be happy, or should they have to earn it? And then the thing that it says underneath it is, should we be happy without having to put in the work? What if our happiness comes at the cost of others' happiness? Can we be truly happy knowing that we've hurt someone?
See, that depends on the person. Entirely, because I can't sleep for 2 days if I've upset somebody, but, like, I like making people happy.
I'll sleep 20 minutes longer than usual on a day that I hurt someone.
See.
I'll sleep a little snugger and more tightly.
I think you have to put in the work.
Well, I think you have to put
feeling.
in the, well, I think you have to put in the work because other people make you.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it's not like happiness is just here. Like, you're happy when you do something.
Yeah.
It's the chemical being released in your brain.
That would make sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. God, what would you genetically change about humans to make them a better species? Designer babies, a result of humans playing God.
See, that's funny because I have a thing on mine about that. There's I don't know what it is. In a nutshell, I also did a video about it. It's called CRISPR. And I don't think it's an organism, but anyways, it's something you can put in the body, and it will edit the gene, like your DNA, so you can genetically make things. So, like, there's a lamb they grew in a bag that was actually alive.
See, like, I've heard of them getting pretty close to being able to, like, actually choose features.
Yeah, exactly.
On a baby. Which I don't know if I like, only if it's, like, I don't, like, I feel like that's so weird, because I feel like to a certain extent it would be okay, but then, like, if you're like, oh, you can only do this far, then, like, what's the point of doing it at all?
See, the problem with it, because I did a project on this in, like, grade 12, you can, I don't care, like, genetically engineer your appearance, look how you want, but as soon as you start changing your muscles or your brain, so you're choosing their future for them, like, oh, I'm giving him a big brain, so he's gonna be a scientist, or he's gonna have great legs, so he's gonna play sports. Like that's where you're taking
But that's what I
away
mean. Like,
human freedom.
well, then you shouldn't. Then you just like there should be a rule that you just can't do it at all. Then.
See, but I don't know because
You can't like you. I just don't feel like you should give people like, oh, you can do this to them, but you can't do that to them.
But it would be like
this is fine. Like,
eye color and hair color you can change.
His gender's fine, but you can't say he's gonna have muscles. That's just wrong. Like, I don't know about that. I just think it's either all or nothing for something like that.
To be fair, I probably wouldn't do it anyways because it seems odd.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it.
No. But it's weird. Would I change about humans? Well, what do you mean by that, though? Like,
I have no idea what they mean by it, to be absolutely honest with you.
I don't know. I'd probably make people nicer towards each other, but again, that's just a human-to-human thing.
But then again, conflict, you never know what, like, since there's never been a world without conflict, you don't know how, if it would be good.
It would be, yeah.
like that's what's so, like, everybody's like, oh, I wish for world, like, I just want world peace. It's like, yeah, well, maybe some conflict is a little good, but I don't know.
Well, I read this thing the other day, like, I was doing, Would You Rathers.
Yep.
And it was, would you rather be the person that has world peace, or not prioritizes, but creates world peace for 500 years or cures cancer?
Probably just cancer.
Absolutely. But
yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, because the cancer thing, you cure it once, it's cured. You're saving millions of people every year forever. The
Yeah,
world
but
peace
then
thing is
God,
only
our
for 500
population
years.
issue is gonna get even worse.
Honestly, it's not bad.
It's kind of bad.
Like, no. I learned about all this in grade 8. I think it was a documentary we watched. Or a video, I don't know, there's something. But it was, if you took every human being on Earth and put them shoulder to shoulder, you would fill up LA. That's it.
Bro, LA is filled already with, like, the amount of people that's in it.
Just LA, like, the biggest issue is going to be resources. That's why I think if we were to have a problem, it would be a Mad Max situation. It'll be for food and water and healthcare stuff.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah. How do we feel about GMOs?
I don't give a fuck. Like, it's just something I really don't try to fucking think or worry about. It's not like it's ever gonna change.
No. And I think the people that are like, oh, they're bad and blah, 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 I'm like, you have no idea. Bananas are genetically modified.
Yeah,
like,
it's really never gonna change, so it doesn't
No.
matter.
And it sucks because it could solve a lot of world hunger issues. But guess people don't care enough. It's fine.
Are you good there? We're at 50 minutes already, so.
Yeah, probably.
Perfect. Well, this has been a deep-ass episode.
I like it. We're not crazy, I swear.
I'm crazy.
Okay, we're a little crazy, but it's
I'm
fine.
completely insane when it comes to stupid alien and existential crises. But, what can you do? Well, let's hope we never do an episode like this ever again, because I'm already stressed out.
Why? It'll be good.
Alright, well, that has been, episode 3 of the Ordinary Intellect podcast, and we'll see you next time.